working on it. Internet's a little slow. Not working. And look at that thing. It's the cool part about having a phone stand now. Make it where it needs to be. And it keeps my charger from moving. Look at that. It's sharp tonight. But anyways, we're going to go ahead and start out a little different for random flipping the word. So, my phone will get some Mac right. I just need to light this. There we go.
In the eye of the storm, you remain in control. And in the middle of the war, you guard my soul. You alone are the anchor when my sails are torn. Your love surrounds me in the eye of the storm. When the solid ground is falling out from underneath my feet, between the black skies and my red eyes, I can barely see. When I realize I've been sold out by my friends and my family, I can feel the rain reminding me. In the eye of the storm, you remain in control. In the middle of the war, you guard my soul. You alone are the anchor when my sails are torn. Your love surrounds me in the eye of the storm. When my hopes and dreams are far from me and I'm running out of faith, I see the future I picture slowly fade away. And when the tears of pain and heartache are pouring down my face, I find my peace in Jesus' name. In the eye of the storm, you remain in control. In the middle of the war, you guard my soul. You alone are the anchor when my sails are torn. Your love surrounds me. In the eye of the storm. When the test comes in and the doctor says I've only got a few months left, it's like a bitter pill I'm swallowing. I can barely take a breath. And when addiction steals my baby girl and there's nothing I can do, my only hope is to trust you. I trust you, Lord, in the eye of the storm. You remain in control. In the middle of the war, you guard my soul. You alone are the anchor. My sails are torn. Your love surrounds me in the eye of the storm. You remain in control. In the middle of the war, you guard my soul. You alone are the anchor. My sails are torn. Your love surrounds me in the eye of the storm. Oh, in the eye of, oh, in the eye of the storm. I know you watching me, yeah. The storm is raging, the storm is raging. My hope is gone, my hope is gone. Now the flesh is failing, you're still holding on. Oh, the storm is raging, the storm is raging. My hope is gone, my hope is gone. The flesh is failing, you're still holding on. The storm is raging, the storm is raging. My hope is gone, my hope is gone. The Lord is my shepherd. I have all that I need. He lets me rest in green meadows. He leads me beside peaceful streams. He renews my strength. He guides me along the right path, bringing honor to his name. Even when I walk through the darkest valley, I will not be afraid. For you are close beside me.
All right. I am doing random flipping of the word too. I saw a reel on Facebook earlier this morning, and it made a lot of sense. If Jesus gave for the 3 days and 3 nights, Good Friday is a Friday, right? Think about that. What day is Resurrection Day? Denture glue. I love it. But anyways, I raise a hallelujah. From what my mama said, my first spoken word ever was hallelujah, by the way. Yeah, denture glue is so much fun in life. It looks like food particles, but then it looks like lip gloss. So, but this is the Bible I usually use. And a lot of people that know me, they know that I do. I take the Bible just like this. Just like that. Second Chronicles chapter 35 is swing low, sweet chariots. It talks about, the very end of it, about when, who was it? Josiah? Anyways, see how bad my memory is? Why don't we just go there for a quick second? We're so close to it. Second Chronicles chapter 35. In a summary, Josiah celebrated the Passover, and it was one of the greatest ever, one of the biggest ever. And then he wanted to go fight. Here we go. King Necho sent messengers to Josiah with his message. What do you want with me, King of Judah? I have no quarrel with you today. I'm on my way to fight another nation. And then Josiah went in to go ahead, and then he died. So, Jeremiah. See, that's how I get mixed up sometimes, Jeremiah and Josiah. So that's why I checked real quick. But Second Chronicles chapter 35 is swing low, sweet chariot song. But I just popped up into where Second Chronicles chapter 27, 28. Those don't stand out to me. But why not? Alright. This is where I flipped to. We're going to read it. 2 Chronicles chapter 27. Jotham was 25 years old when he became king, and he reigned in Jerusalem 16 years. His mother was Jerusha, the daughter of Zadok. Jotham did what was pleasing in the Lord's sight. He did everything his father Uzziah had done, except that Jotham did not sin. I gotta move this real quick before it burns something. Alright. This is the fun part about reading the Bible, words you don't even barely pronounce, but anyways. Alright. Jotham did what was pleasing in the Lord's sight. He did everything his father Uzziah had done, except that Jotham did not sin by entering the temple of the Lord, but the people continued in their corrupt ways. Jotham rebuilt the upper gate of the temple of the Lord. He also did extensive rebuilding on the wall at the hill Ophel. He built towns in hill country of Judah and constructed fortresses and towers in the wooded areas. Jotham went to war against the Ammonites and conquered them. Over the next 3 years, he received from them an annual tribute of 7,500 pounds of silver, 50,000 bushels of wheat, and 50,000 bushels of barley. King Jotham became powerful because he was careful to live in obedience to the Lord his God. The rest of the events of Jotham's reign, including all his wars and other activities, are recorded in the book of Kings of Israel and Judah. He was 25 years old when he became king, and he reigned in Jerusalem 16 years. When Jotham died, he was buried in the city of David, and his son Ahaz became king. That's where we're getting the Ahaz rules in Judah, because now we're, 2 Chronicles chapter 27 is super short. So we're going to go ahead and 2 Chronicles chapter 28. Ahaz was 20 years old when he became king, and he reigned in Jerusalem 16 years. What's going on with the 16th thing? He did not do what was pleasing in the sight of the Lord. That's why God. Yeah, he don't play around, y'all. He did not do what was pleasing in the sight of the Lord, as his ancestor David had done. Instead, he followed the example of the kings of Israel. He cast metal images for the worship of Baal. That's a bad idea. He offered sacrifices in the valley of Ben Hinnom, even sacrificing his own sons in the fire. Why? You didn't need to. Yeah, he was praying to somebody else. In this way, he followed the detestable practices of the pagan nations the Lord had driven from the land ahead of Israelites. He offered sacrifices and burned incense at the pagan shrines. I haven't offered any sacrifices, so we don't need to do that. But I do burn incense. He offered sacrifice and burned incense at the pagan shrines and on hills and under every green tree. Because of all this, the Lord his God allowed the king of Aram to defeat Ahaz and to exile large numbers of his people to Damascus. The armies of the king of Israel also defeated Ahaz and inflicted many casualties on his army. In a single day, Pekah, son of Remaliah, Israel's king, killed 120,000 of Judah's troops. Woo! All of them experienced warriors because they had abandoned the Lord, the God of the ancestors. Jeez, God let them wipe a. Woo! That's a lot of people, yo. It's like over the size of Dayton, Ohio. Then Zikri, a warrior from Ephraim, killed Messiah, the king's son, Arakam, the king's palace commander, and Elkanah, the king's second in command. The armies of Israel captured 200,000 women and children from Judah and seized tremendous amounts of plunder, which they took back to Samaria. But a prophet of the Lord named Oded was there in Samaria when the army of Israel returned home. He went out to meet them and said, "The Lord, the God of your ancestors, was angry with Judah and let you defeat them." See, God will let his own people get hurt when you disobey. People say, does God let? Yes. God lets everything happen for a reason, to teach us, to have faith in a mustard seed, which they took back to Samaria. But a prophet of the Lord named Oded was there in Samaria when the army of Israel returned home. He went out to meet them and said, "The Lord, the God of your ancestors, was angry with Judah and let you defeat them. But you have gone too far, killing them without mercy, and all heaven is disturbed. And now you are planning to make slaves of these people from Judah and Jerusalem? What about your own sins against the Lord your God? Listen to me and return these prisoners you have taken, for they are your own relatives. Watch out, because now the Lord's fierce anger has been turned against you." Then some of the leaders of Israel, Azariah son of Jehohanan, Berechiah son of Meshillamoth, Jehezekiah son of Shallum, and Amasa son of Hadlai, agreed with this and confronted the men returning from battle. "You must now bring the prisoners here," they declared. "We cannot afford to add to our sins and guilt. Our guilt is already great, and the Lord's fierce anger is already turned against Israel." So the warriors released the prisoners and handed over the plunder in the sight of the leaders and all the people. Then the 4 men just mentioned by name came forward and distributed clothes from the plunder to the prisoners who were naked. They provided clothing and sandals to wear, gave them enough food and drink, and dressed their wounds with olive oil. They put those who were weak on donkeys and took all the prisoners back to their own people in Jericho and the city of palms. Then they returned to Samaria. 2 Chronicles chapter 28, verse 16. At that time, King Ahaz of Judah asked the king of Syria for help. The armies of Edom had again invaded Judah and taken captives, and the Philistines had raided towns located in the foothills of Judah and in the Negev of Judah. They had already captured and occupied Beth Shemesh, Aijalon, Gederoth, Soko with its villages, Timnah with its villages, and Gimzo with its villages. The Lord was humbling Judah because of King Ahaz of Judah, for he had encouraged his people to sin and had been utterly unfaithful to the Lord. So when King Tiglath-Pileser of Assyria arrived, he attacked Ahaz instead of helping him. Ahaz took valuable items from the Lord's temple, the royal palace, and from the homes of his officials, and gave them to the king of Assyria as tribute. But this did not help him. Even during this time of trouble, King Ahaz continued to reject the Lord. He offered sacrifices to the gods of Damascus who had defeated them. For he said, "Since these gods helped the kings of Aram, they will help me too, if I sacrifice to them." But instead they led to his ruin and the ruin of all Judah. The king took the various articles from the temple of God and broke them into pieces. He shut the doors of the Lord's temple so that no one could worship there. And he set up altars to pagan gods in every corner of Jerusalem. He made pagan shrines in all the towns of Judah for offering sacrifices to other gods. In this way, he aroused the anger of the Lord, the God of his ancestors. The rest of the events of Ahaz's reign and everything he did from beginning to end are recorded in the book of Kings of Judah and Israel. When Ahaz died, he was buried in Jerusalem, but not in the royal cemetery of the kings of Judah. Then his son Hezekiah became the next king. Well, I wonder why I stumbled upon this. The mixture of Christian and Jewish ways and pagan ways. That makes a lot of sense to me. It makes a lot. So, if you think about it, Christianity comes from Hebrew ways. Pagan kings have taken over Jerusalem before. And then it's gone back and forth throughout time ever since. Because you got to think, that's in 2 Chronicles, that's in the Old Testament. That's going back maybe well over 2,000 years. Because the New Testament was 2,000 years ago. We're never going to get around the fact that everything is mixed. And if anybody that watches me and watches that is so stuck into the Old Testament and stuck into the Orthodox ways, how do you know that the Hebrew Bible hasn't been changed by pagans? Nobody knows. So how about we stop being so stuck on the labels of who people are? We are children of Yahweh. A friend of mine on Facebook wanted to make a big deal about the whole pronunciation and how spellings of certain words are. Back to everything in this book. The whole world is a circle. We just read about what God will do. Lamentations chapter 3, you really want to know what God will do to somebody? Read that. This just did a so great explanation of what a king supposedly believed in God, turned his back on God, got his whole people, and they just straight got annihilated. So what is God going to do to us? We first of all need to stop nitpicking about what we believe. I get it so much. I see it so much. Everybody say religion. Religion. Well, guess what the word religion means? It's any belief in any higher power. So we don't want to do word Olympics with me because we're going to go in circles because that's what the earth is. I've even seen a video one time on Facebook of a pastor kicking a guest speaker off his stage for saying that the world was flat. It's in the Bible. It says, even something that was written over 2,000 years ago, I said the world is round. Now, I'm going to tell you right now, I do not believe in 1969 that they went to the moon. I don't believe it. I think our U.S. government paid for everyone to believe it, but I do not believe any human being has been on the moon. But that's just my own opinion. Just think about it. Buzz Aldrin. There's multiple videos of Buzz Aldrin. They've since not let him go out and talk anymore. The man admitted they did not go. So, let's think. Yes, these Bibles have been retranslated. They've been broken down. I got 2 different ones that I use. Okay? But you know what? These 2 Bibles right here tell what has been inspired by God through man. These two Bibles break it down the most basic, constructive ways I've ever seen. The way it's written, for people that can't understand how great thou art. This is Max Lucado's devotional Bible, and this is the Life Recovery Bible. And both these Bibles right here, I highly recommend. Want to know why I recommend this one so much? Not just because I'm a recovering addict. I'm going to show you why. Oh, can't beat this right here. I did. First Corinthians chapter 13. One of the greatest chapters ever written by a man that used to be a prosecutor of Christians. His name was Saul. And on the road to Damascus, God shined a light called the sun in his face and blinded him for 3 days. And you know that I've realized how God spoke to Saul? Because if you go look at that sun, and next time anywhere, whoever's watching this right now, next time you go look into that sun, next time it's shining super bright, look straight into it for a good 20 to 30 seconds and then close your eyes. You're going to start seeing shapes form, letters form. It's free information. I'm going to just share it. I don't want paid for none of this. Anybody wants paid off of Facebook or YouTube? You're a joke to me. But anyways, this right here, these footnotes, this will take you in a journey around this Bible, because at the very end of it, it'll say turn to page 1485. So if you have one of these Bibles, check it out, because we'll be sitting here for hours and days if I started this. But that's just the greatest example to show you that this book is a circle. It looks like this. It looks like a rectangle. It can even look like a square. But guess what? It's a circle for real. And the keys to God's kingdom is John 3:16. It's the only thing you got to believe. God sacrificed himself as his son because Jesus is the Son of God. But in reality, he is part human, but he was God. I rest my case. Now I'm going to get off of here. Like this guy says in this song, get up out of that grave. I'm going to do a little bit of music therapy. God's music therapy. Oh yeah, that's a great song to play right now. All right. There we go. This is a great song to end on. Internet.
Wanting a place to hide, sleeping so. This vagabond. I try with all my mind, but I just can't win the fight. I'm slowly drifting, a vagabond. And just when I read I met a man I didn't know, and he told me that I was not alone. He picked me up, he turned me around, he placed my feet on solid ground. I thank the Master, I thank the Savior, because he healed my heart, he changed my name, forever free. I'm not the same. I thank the master. I thank the Savior. I thank God. I cannot deny what I see. Got no choice but to believe. My doubts are burning like ashes in the wind. So low to my own friends. Burden and bitterness. You can't just keep it moving. Hey, no, you ain't welcome here. From now till I streets to go, I'll sing about you, save my soul. This wayward son has found his way back. Turn me around, place my feet on solid ground. I thank the Master, I thank the Savior, because He healed my heart, changed my name, forever free. I cannot listen. I thank the Master, I thank the Savior. Oh, I thank God. Turn me around, place my feet on solid ground. I thank the Master, I thank the Savior, because He healed my heart, changed my name, forever free. I am not the same. I thank the Master, I thank the Savior, I thank God. And if He did it for me, He can do it for you. If He did it for me, He can do it for you. Get up, get up, get up, get up out of that grave. Get up, get up, get up, get up out of that grave. Get up, get up, get up, get up out of that grave. Get up, get up, get up out of that grave. Get up, get up, get up, get up out of that grave. Get up, get up, get up, get up out of that grave. Get up, get up, get up, get up out of that grave. Get up, get up, get up, get up out of that grave. Jesus is the spirit of prophecy. That means what it can pour out. He can do it again. That means what it can pour out. He can do it again. The testimony of Jesus is the spirit of prophecy. It's the spirit of prophecy. It's the spirit of prophecy. That means what it can pour out. He can do it again. That means what it can pour out. He can in your soul, people. Get up, get up, get up, get up out of that grave. Get up, get up, get up, get up out of that grave. Get up, get up, get up, don't stay there. Get up out of that grave. Get up, get up, get up, come on. Get up out of that, get up, get up, get up out of that grave. Get up, get up, get up out of that grave. Don't stay there. Turn me around, place my feet on solid ground. I thank the Master, I thank the Savior, because He changed my heart, changed my name, forever free. I never seen. I thank the Master, I thank the Savior, I thank God.
Ain't No Grave by Johnny Cash, huh? I'm letting my voice heal right now, but I'll look into it.
There is power in the name of Jesus. There is power in the name of Jesus. There is power in the name of Jesus to break every chain, break every chain, break every chain. Woo! To break every chain, break every chain, break every chain. There is power, come on, in the name of Jesus. Come on, you declare it. There is power in the name of Jesus. There is power in the name of Jesus. We know where it is to break every chain, break every chain. Come on, say to break every chain, break every chain, break every chain. There's an army rising up. There's an army rising up. There's an army rising up, yeah, to break every chain, break every chain, break every chain, to break every chain, break every chain, break every chain. Say there's an army rising up. Oh, yeah. There's an army rising up. There is an army. There's an army rising up. Break every chain, break every chain, break every chain, break every chain. To break every chain. Somebody raise up your voices and your voices and you declare that the chains are broken. Chains are broken. The chains are broken. The chains are broken. The chains are broken. I hear the chains falling. I hear the chains falling. The chains are falling. I fighting voices in my mind that say I'm not enough. Every single lie that tells me I will never measure up. Am I more than just the sum of every high and every low? Remind me once again just who I am, because I need to know. Oh, you say I'm loved when I can't feel a thing. You say I'm strong when I think I'm weak. You say I'm held when I am falling short. And when I don't belong, oh, you say I'm yours. And I believe, oh, I believe what you say of me. I believe the only thing that matters now is everything you think of me. In you I find my worth, in you.
Too
Power
loud.
on.
Sometimes it gets too loud.
Bluetooth connected. You say I'm loved when I can't feel a thing. You say I'm strong when I think I'm weak. And you say I'm held when I am falling short. When I don't belong, oh, you say I'm yours. And I believe, oh, I believe what you say of me. Oh, I believe. Taking all I have and now I'm laying it at your feet. You'll have every failure, God. You'll have every victory. Oh, you say I'm loved when I can't feel a thing. You say I'm strong when I think I'm weak. You say I'm held when I am falling short. When I don't belong, oh, you say I'm yours. And I believe, oh, I believe what you say of me. I believe, oh, I believe, yes, I believe what you say of me. I believe.
Alrighty. I've gone for almost an hour. I need a break. Hi, Marie. I just noticed you were there. Been busy. I did a little bit of random flipping of the word too. So, but I need a break. I did something to my back because I helped Mom clean her backyard and stuff the other day, and had to move the trash bags last night, and yeah, it didn't go very well. But hey, I need to rest up anyways. I might in a little bit. I've been resting my voice here, you know. But yeah, I'll go live on YouTube and Facebook at the same time. This is a good song, though. What is the last song? Last song for now. Yeah, it's almost 10. I went almost an hour. We gon' search for love there, dead or alive. We gon' find ourselves worn out from sleep. We gon' run things we know just ain't right. And there's a better life. Oh, there's a better life. If you got care, he's a fighter. He's in love, he's a way maker. If you need freedom, savior, he's a brother, shaking singer. He got chains, he's a chain breaker. If you believe it, if you receive it, if you can feel it, somebody testify. Okay. Thank you.
If you receive it, if you can feel it, somebody testify, testify. If you believe it, if you somebody testify. You got it. He's better. You feel alone. You see the man. He's a brother, shaking savior. You got chains. He's a chain breaker. Oh, you can be free. He's a brother, shaking savior. You got chains. He's a chain breaker. If you receive it, if you can feel it, somebody testify, testify. If you believe it, if you receive it, if you can feel it, somebody testify.
All right. I'll probably be back in a little bit.
So much.
Just maybe a half hour or so, maybe. Enough to chill out for a minute and drink a little bit of water. But yeah, I'll be back. I'm going to do a little bit of music therapy. I don't know which playlist I'm going to do because I got a new one. And this dried up desert will. I'll be back in a little while.